We're back with Money Diaries, and this month I'll be going through July's figures. This is a series where I can break down my income, expenses, investments, savings rates, and share with you the money mindsets and principles that I've used to grow my wealth over time. Just a heads up, expenses for the next few months is going to be really high because I'm starting to purchase stuff for my new home. But this will also give me an opportunity to share with you how I'm optimizing all of these expenses to rack up more points to fly business class in the future. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Let's go. Timestamps will be made available down in the description box below, so skip around if you would like to. Let's start with income. For those of you who are new here, I run this social media thing as my business, so I have two broad categories when it comes to my income: personal and business, which I'll be breaking down both for you. Let's start with personal first. In the others category, I've gotten $50, and this was from UOB tax bill rebate. I'm using UOB to pay for my taxes, and this was a promotion that they were running last year or a few months ago. Cashback is $700. Didn't come from any of the credit cards that I've used, but instead it was the mortgage loan package that I've signed through Cashew. Cashew is an independent mortgage broker where you can compare the different banks' interest rates at this current point in time if you're securing a home in the coming months. It's a promotion that they are running until the end of August, where if you sign up using my link down in the description box below, close a mortgage package anytime after, you'll be able to receive cashback depending on how much your loan is. I will leave all the details down in the description box below, but in my previous videos covering my home buying journey, I've shared a little more about how I use Cashew for myself. Interest income was a total of $1,213.61. I'm holding a lot of cash right now because of my home down payment, which will be dispersing in the next 2 months. But it's really important how I optimize this because I at least minimally want to keep up with the average rate of inflation in Singapore at around 2%. So I'm using a high yield savings account, chocolate finance, because I'm no longer a new user to a lot of the platforms. But if you are a new user to Longbridge, they're still running their interest booster promotion, where in the month of August, you deposit $2,000, opt into Longbridge Cash Plus, and you receive 8.9% interest boost for 180 days, and that's worth $88. More than that, they are also giving you a piece of top stock every single day that's worth at least $61. Longbridge Singapore is the brokerage platform that I'm using to help my family grow their Singapore stock portfolio because of the low trading fees. So you have lifetime commission-free trades in the US, Hong Kong, and Singapore stock market, and when you deposit $500, you're receiving platform fee coupons that further reduces your trading costs. Of course, exchange-related fees still apply. For example, I bought into the other time, and this is the amount of fees that I've incurred. So if you're still looking for a platform to grow your portfolio, Longbridge Singapore is one to consider. They're licensed by the Monetary Authority of Singapore as well. There are 4 tiers of new user rewards that you can get Nvidia shares for. If you're still new to Longbridge and you have short-term cash lying around, this is a great opportunity. You can sign up with my link in the description box below or scan this QR code over here. So that's for personal income, where I receive a total of $1,963.61. For business income, let's start from the biggest to the smallest. Sponsorships came in at $22,850. And I just want to put a disclaimer here. This was payments for work that was done many months ago. So one of the downsides of running a social media page is that payment usually comes in 30, 60, sometimes even 90 days later. So it's really important how you manage your cash flow. So that is for sponsorships. I can't exactly break down which brand pays me what, but this is the highest level of transparency that I can go. And for those of you who do not know what a sponsorship actually means, is that whenever I mention an insert in a video, that is one kind of sponsorship, or a brand buys out the entire video and I get to share more about a new launch product or something, and that is sponsorship. Affiliate income, on the other hand, is when you use my sign up link or code down in the description box below for any of the brands that I've mentioned. Those are considered affiliate. It doesn't cost you anything, but whenever you use our links, it helps support us to create more. Some of the affiliate links that I share in the description box below might not be an official partnership as well. If you would know, some of the brands actually reward you with referral income, that is considered affiliate. It works the same way. So for the month of July, that brought in a total of $11,671.85. When it comes to sponsorship or who I work with, what I practice is that if something I'm using is actually helping me in my own financial journey, that's when I go out and reach out to the brand to see if they want to collaborate and work together. So that is my value and my principles when it comes to running this social media page, because I value your trust and I know that there is a huge amount of responsibility when it comes to financial stuff that we're sharing. So Google AdSense is the third income stream. I got a total of $1,339.26. This is paid out from YouTube, Google. Basically, when you guys watch a video and there are advertisements in between or at the start or at the end, that is how we receive this kind of income. On a day-to-day basis now, I receive about $20 to $30, and in a month is $1,001 to $1,300 before accounting for taxes. So digital products, my Notion finance tracker brought in a total of $987.51. Whenever you see me manage my money on this Notion tracker, this is a digital product that is available for you guys to get as well. I manage all of my money on here, and the amazing thing about this is that just by double tapping the back of my iPhone, I'm able to record my expenses on the go. This amount that I've received is usually split half with my brother, and that is a business expense because he coded this Apple shortcut, and I wanted this to be a passive income stream for him. Others was $575.71. These are reimbursements that I've gotten from some of the brands. So in 1 month, I've recognized it as an expense. Then in this month, when they return me the money, I count it as an income. Maybe subsequently, I should consider this as a transfer instead, but I'm still figuring things out. All in all, for the month of July, my personal and business income brought in a total of $39,414.51. Let's move on to expenses. Let's go. I'm a lot more excited talking about my expenses, even though it's a lot for the month. I spent a total of $8,200 over dollars, all because I bought a TV. In July, one of the weekends, I told my brother, let's head down to Audio House. I just want to have a look at stuff and keep in mind so that I can start buying from August onwards. But because it was 7/7 weekend, they were running big deals and I just couldn't let that go to waste. So I bought a 77-inch TV at a really great deal. It cost a total of $3,544.60. So this is how I split the payment to earn $15,000 over miles. Audio House accepts Kris Plus payment. Using Kris Plus, you earn 1 Kris Flyer mile, so that is 3,544 miles. The first credit card I use is the UOB Kris Flyer, where you earn 3 miles per dollar uncapped on Singapore Airlines, Scoot, Kris Shop, Kris Plus, and Pelago. So that was a total of 5,520 Kris Flyer miles. Second card, DBS Women's World, where I charge $950, earn 4 miles per dollar, an equivalent of 3,800 Kris Flyer miles. DBS points are earned first and can be converted to Kris Flyer miles at a rate of 5,000 points to 10,000 miles. If you're paying via Kris Plus, DBS Women's World, that is an online transaction. HSBC Revolution is the last card where I charge $754.60, and the earn rate for this really depends on which airline you transfer your HSBC points to. So I'm planning to transfer this via EVA Air, and that would be 4 miles per dollar. But if you're using your HSBC points to Singapore Airlines, that's a rate of 3.3 miles per dollar. This is how I racked up a total of 15,880 miles, all from a purchase that I was already going to make anyway. I'm pretty happy with this purchase. This will probably be the only time that I'll be spending so much money with all the things that I need to buy for my new home. So in the subsequent few money diaries, I'll be sharing with you, in the month of August, I'm actually going to settle my bed frame and a mattress as well. If you guys have any recommendations for good mattresses, please, I'm all ears, because I want to invest in something that I'm going to be spending a lot of time lying on. After the home category, in the home category actually, $3 extra was for the cashier's order that I prepared. I'm officially a homeowner. Just last week, I went down to sign the papers at the law firm. So I'll share with you guys next the amount of money that has already been put into the house, the journey, all of that in subsequent videos. But it's official now. In October, I'll be collecting my keys. There'll be a lot more home content that's coming up. So that is for the home category. Fixed expenses is a total of $1,244.73. Things like Netflix, Disney, allowance to my mom, taxes, Spotify. Insurance premiums, $1,041. This is the annual premium for my hospitalization rider. All of my insurance premiums are paid annually now because it's cheaper. Really painful, but necessary. Travel category, $866. I'm planning a 2-day 1-night trip to JB in October with my mum, and I paid $700 for my New Zealand trip. I do still have, I think, 2 more payments for the accommodations for New Zealand, so that will be coming up in subsequent money diaries. Personal care was $318.35. I dyed my hair, finally, couldn't take all the layers of colors that was on it and made it a little darker. That was $200. Doctor Anywhere because I fell sick earlier in July. Shopping, $318.33. I finally got myself a pair of sandals after returning home. So my previous pair of Birkenstocks spoiled before I left for Korea, and I didn't need a pair of sandals until I came back to Singapore, and I finally bought it, even though it's really a lot of money, but something that can be worn for 5 years for $160, I think that is money well spent. IKEA, I went to buy a lamp but refunded it, so now it's in a gift card which I'll use to buy anything that I need for my new home. Sports bra and also an aux cable. Meals with family was $318, meals with friends $184. It might be weird to some of you guys, but I split my food and drinks categories to who I have it with. This allows me to spend a little bit more consciously. So for example, meals with friends is 0 for the month of August, and it's mid-August. I will intentionally make plans to meet up with friends, to catch up and spend time with them, because I think life is more than just about doing work, making more money. At the end of the day, it's also the relationships that you want to keep around you. So this helps me to be a little bit more conscious about it. Groceries was $129.90. Car and taxi, $96.90. I paid for August HDB season parking, so I'm looking to take over my brother's car, or rather it's official, I'm taking over my brother's car because I do need to head out to a lot of different places, look at furnitures, paint, showrooms, all that kind of stuff. So in order to be able to travel around efficiently, I told my brother, lend me the car for the next few months, and I'm starting to pay for certain things. I also took 1 Grab ride home from my sister's place, and that is for car and taxi. Business, $82.90, all the subscriptions that I have to pay to run the business. Meta verification that gives me the blue tick on Instagram, but imposters still turn up, scammers still surface. Please, I will not reach out to you guys directly. If anyone adds you to WhatsApp and texts you first, telling you that I can help you invest, make money, please, it's not me. I don't have this kind of things available. I'm sharing my content all for free here on YouTube and on Instagram, and that's the only way that you can hear from me. So unless you reach out to me first via Instagram DMs, there's no other way I will reach out to you. So that's for business. Gifts was $30.40, buying stuff for others. Public transportation, $22.53, and I use the Chocolate Visa debit card to earn max miles on it because I don't spend a lot for public transportations. Meals alone was $16.82. Me time, $9.50 for a movie that I watched in July. So I'm not exactly limiting myself a lot when it comes to my expenses, because whenever I review them like this, I'm actually not spending a lot on unnecessary stuff. Excluding my home expenses, fixed expenses, insurance and travel, I only spent $1,470.63 on my day-to-day living, which I feel is relatively okay considering it allows me to actually spend time with the people that I love. It allows me to focus more on other things besides work. I think that is where I'm at right now, because I know at the end of the day, money is a tool, a means to an end to live the life that you want. But at the same time, I'm also keeping in mind that I have to save towards my future. I'm still regularly dollar cost averaging into the S&P 500 index fund. That hasn't changed, but I've not continued building my dividend portfolio yet, which I will start in the month of October. It was only recently that I completed saving up for my home down payment because of the change in budget. So if you have been following along on this journey, my budget for the home was actually $1.3 million. But because I saw a few different layouts, the bigger unit felt more like a home, which was why I tried to increase my budget to make a down payment for that. So it was only recently that I was done with that, and I'm planning for October onwards on how I can start building my investment portfolio all over again. So if you have followed me along on my journey, being able to buy a home at 30 years old is honestly insane to think about, but had it not been for those years where I aggressively saved, was really frugal, conscious about my spending, etc., it would not have led me to where I am today. So yes, my income has increased a lot compared to the time when I was still working a corporate job earning $2,700 a month, but there were a lot of things that went on behind the scenes. It was 4 years in the making to be able to grow my income to 5 figures today. So I hope you don't see this as an overnight success. Go back and watch all my previous videos. Money Diaries is where I share my income transparently, the money mindsets principles, how I save money, build my wealth over time. It's all on this channel. Nothing is an overnight success. You definitely need time to build. It just takes the right mindsets and principles to go about doing it. Spend on the things that you love, then aggressively cut out the rest. For example, I don't buy new clothes all the time. I'm always wearing the same few things because it honestly doesn't really matter to me. I'm comfortable and I'm not trying to impress anyone. I'm just trying to live a life that feels important to me by spending it with the people that I love. This is July's Money Diaries. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below. If you have spare cash lying around, sign up for Longbridge, a great investment platform to build your portfolio on because of the low fees as well. So that's all for today's video. If you have any questions, Instagram DM me, leave it down in the comment section below. As always, have a great week ahead and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye bye!